are watching America East basketball. Tonight presented by Jersey Mike with the National Championship Trophy in the house at Hudson Valley Community College. Hi again, everybody. Roger Weiland along with Michael Johnson Jr. and MJ Binghamton comes in here having won 3 in a row.
Yeah, they've won 3 in a row, looking to make it 4 tonight, and the Great Danes last one here on the home court at Hudson Valley, where they tend to play very well this season, looking to get their second conference win of the season.
Yeah, UMass Lowell playing well too, and they're bunched up at the top, and then you got Albany and Maine bringing up the rear.
Right, and a Vermont team under John Becker that you usually expect to be in the top, not 5th down on that list. A lot of parity in this America East Conference so far.
Jacob Falco is a player that Albany has circled on their scouting report tonight.
He's the guy that makes this Binghamton Bearcats offense tick, right, averaging just under 15 points a game, 32 minutes and 49 field goals, and he's clutch in their last win. He had 9 of his last 19 points, including the game-winning free throw in the final 2 minutes.
And on the flip side, I guarantee you, Binghamton has Jonathan Beagle circled on their scouting report.
Jonathan Beagle steadily growing, getting better and better every game, averaging 29 minutes, just under 12 points a game, and just under 7 rebounds a game. He usually hovers around a double-double. If he makes more free throws, he's going to be a really dynamic player here throughout his Albany career.
How do you separate the team in comparisons here?
Well, they're relatively even with rebounds, free throw percentage, and turnovers. I would say from the field, Binghamton shoots about 4% better, but then on the flip side, Albany from the perimeter shooting about 4% better. But the America East is even this year.
MJ, your keys to the game.
So first for the Great Danes, it's obviously be able to utilize their depth. They're going to be getting a couple guys back that they've been missing, be able to help out and also make free throws late in the game for Binghamton. Spread the ball around on offense. Try not to have Jacob Falco do too much, but when it comes down to it, Falco is their offense. He's going to be the guy that the Bearcats are going to have to rely on to hit big shots late.
And the head coaches tonight for Binghamton, it's Lavelle Sanders in his second year. And head coach Dwayne Killings in also his second year at the University at Albany. Albany comes in 1-4. They've got some guys back that they haven't had. Malik Edmead.
Recently, it's been more the Great Danes.
There's Jonathan Beagle, 5th America East Conference Rookie of the Week, tied for 3rd with Jamar Wilson. Jamar considered the best player in the history of the University at Albany men's basketball program. Beagle just settling in for a really good freshman year, and he's off to a good start. He's already got a flush, and so does Aaron Reddish, as we're back in after the timeout. Drumgoole with a little runner off the back of the iron. There's another rebound by Beagle. And they're going to call him for a travel after he came down with the ball. But he's active tonight, MJ. No question.
Yeah. He's going to be a force, going to be a problem for this Bearcats team to see if they have the size and athleticism to match up.
I think every coach in the conference, and talking to Bill Harrion when he was here with New Hampshire, it's like, how are we going to defend Beagle tonight? That's always been, as everyone's key to the game. And off the bench, Tariq Balogun, 6'10 junior center from London, England, makes a good post-up move, and we got a 1-point game.
And Balogun's going to have to be the guy, size and physicality-wise, that can stay with Beagle.
And that's a foul on Gibson, and providing offense for Albany. Great Danes up by 3 to begin this game, early on here in the first half. Balogun again across the lane, up for the shot inside and scores. That's 2 really good moves on the inside by Balogun, and it's a 1-point game again.
Maybe we have ourselves a matchup down low after all, Raj. If Balogun can keep that up, Eagle was right there, and he finished strong.
A little miscommunication. Drumgoole passes over on the right wing. Edmead wasn't quite there yet, and they turn it over.
See how long the Great Danes can keep a guy like Jacob Falco quiet. You had Marcus Jackson guarding him. And Jackson, with his aggressive defense, brings some foul trouble. But now you got Malik Edmead staying with Jacob Falco, not letting him out of his sight.
Falco, the only player. No, they got 2. Check that. Falco, 14.3 a game, and Hareed at 12.1. Yep. And Hareed dumps it down low, and another inside bucket by the same guy, Balogun. That's, 3 straight by Balogun.
Yeah.
And it gives Binghamton a 9-8 lead.
6 points.
And answering right back, trying to anyway, Beagle on the block on the inside, and Falco races up the floor, count the bucket with the left hand, and one for Jacob Falco. There's the block. That's Balogun, who got the offense on one end, gets the defense on the other, and here comes Falco very quickly in transition, and he'll get an opportunity to complete the three-point play.
Looks like Lavelle Sanders might have an option to stay with Beagle, and it might be Balogun. He's already got a block and 6 points in the first 6.5 minutes.
So Falco gets his first 3 points of this game, and Binghamton opens up a 4-point lead. Ed Mead, 15-footer, knocks it home. Good start off the bench for Malik Ed Mead tonight. Malik, the 5'10 junior guard from Deer Park, New York. And you talk about somebody who can get up the floor in a hurry.
Yeah.
It's Malik Ed Mead.
In the blink of an eye, he's up the court.
I'm telling you what, he can fly up the court.
You try to play a transition game with Malik Ed Mead, good luck.
Somehow he split the double team there and whips a nice pass inside to Beagle. Are they going to count the bucket?
Yep.
And they are. Beautiful feed by Malik Ed Mead to set up Jonathan Beagle.
Another look here, splits the two defenders. Nice little no look to Beagle. Good move, clearly a blocking foul. Beagle puts it up with ease, and he's already off to a good start as well.
Ed Mead right back to Beagle, and Juice can shoot the three, and it's good. That's what he can do, and he knocks it home, averaging about 7.4 a game. And they love his three-point shooting here in this U-Albany program.
You talk about a kid that's getting confident and growing from beyond the arc. It is Sarju Patel. He's starting to become a lethal shooter here for this Great Danes team.
Gives U-Albany a three-point lead. Gibson with a turnaround in the lane. Miles Gibson, 6'6" grad student out of Richmond, Virginia. And let's talk about you talk about a veteran team, one of the oldest teams in the country.
Third oldest team in the country, Raj. Average age over 22 years old, the Binghamton Bearcats.
Beagle gets double teamed. That leaves Reddish open for three. Too strong. Inside rebound to Patel, who's always around the ball. He has a nose for the ball and now tries to bang down back-to-back threes. And it's off the mark. Quick outlet up to Falco.
I don't mind that shot from Sarju Patel.
Great move on the baseline by Falco. Couldn't finish, and there's Patel again with the rebound.
You're absolutely right, Raj. He's always around the ball. And Malik Ed Mead is always bringing up the ball fast and quickly up the court.
Patel follows up every missed shot.
He does.
Every shot that goes up, he's going after it on the glass.
Which any coach, especially a guy like DK, will love and appreciate. That's why he gets extended minutes and has been playing more and more each game.
10 to shoot. Reddish has it. Step back on the left wing and is called for a travel. And it gets us to a media timeout, 10:43 to go. We're in the first half, and U-Albany has a 3-point lead on ES T-shirts to the fans. And all things considered, and I mean that by all things considered, the weather tonight. Nice crowd here at HVCC.
Absolutely.
And I think we're settling in for going to be a good one here tonight.
Yeah.
Going to be a good one. There's Balogun coming off a good performance against UMass Lowell. And now you see a little zone defense out of the timeout. And Dwayne Killings has done a really good job of changing his defenses this year. And they've played a decent amount of zone.
Which makes you wonder, is it going to be Balogun, the guy that's in that little window in between the zone?
I think it's a smart move to play a little zone every once in a while, especially with a team that doesn't make a lot of threes, right?
Yeah, good switch up for sure. Switching man-to-man in zone can frustrate some of these teams on offense.
Beagle down low, another block on the inside by Balogun. And then the ball out of bounds to the Bearcats. Boy, Falco loves to push in transition, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Dwayne Killings challenged this year right from the beginning of arguably his best player and last year's Rookie of the Year. Justin Neely tore his ACL in the Siena game. He's in the house tonight, by the way.
Yep.
He's up from Miami. Nice off the turnover. Fast break points by the Great Danes. Reddish with the lay-in, and it's a 5-point lead, their biggest lead of the game.
Aaron Reddish already making a nice impact since making his return. 6 quick points. How about Jonathan Beagle? 6 points already, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Falco kicks out to Harid, and he knocks it in. Armand Harid, 6'5" junior from Baltimore, Maryland. His father played at Syracuse.
Yep.
Off the turnover,
wow.
Nice feed. Falco, but Petcash can't finish. And we got a foul.
A little touch pass from Falco on
It
that
sure
one. Huh?
was.
Possession before, you can't leave a shooter like Harid that wide open. And if you're the Great Danes, he and Falco can bury him. They don't shoot a lot of threes like we talked about, but when they do, they make them. Only shooting 30% from beyond the arc on the season, Raj.
Dan Petcash at the line, 6'4" senior. And a chance here to tie this game up. As we got some substitutions, Daquan Davis. You see Malik Mead going out, Davis and Reddish goes out. Falco remains. Is he coming out too? Falco out for a breather.
Appears that way. Falco's going out, yeah.
Marcus Jackson back in for Albany. And we get ourselves a tie game. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half.
You see that stat from Petcash that just popped up there, Raj? He's 95% on the year from the free throw line, and he just made both.
Yeah, and that's one area that team-wise Albany struggles in, is the foul line. Drumgoole feeds a cutting Marcus Jackson, and the freshman from Amsterdam lays it in.
Nice find from Drumgoole. Good finish at the rim by Marcus Jackson. He's getting even more aggressive going to the basket and finishing really good.
Balogun, another nice move in the lane,
wow.
And with the right hand, goes up and scores. Boy, he's been an early factor, hasn't he, MJ?
I think he and Jonathan Beagle, this is going to be an intriguing matchup for the rest of this game, Raj. Look at him, 6'9" and 6'10" down low. Both can defend, and both have really good offense as well.
Drumgoole drives the baseline, lost control of the ball, turned it over. Petcash comes up with it. And that is Christian Hinkson, who didn't get the start tonight. He'd been a little bit under the weather the last couple of games, but scores there. Offense off the bench. Another one of those older players, grad student from Queens. And it gives his team the lead, 21-19. Davis will pump fake. And with 10 seconds, a little step back 15-footer by Davis.
Quite the move. Quite the move by Davis. And Hinkson moving a little bit. Nice little step back.
Seen a lot of that out of Davis this year. He's got a very quick step back move.
Yep.
It kind of frees a little bit of space and he can knock something down.
Quick first step always helps create that separation.
Balogun,
wow.
What a first half he's having.
That's going to put him at 10. First player in double figures, Raj, for Tariq Balogun.
Bearcats by 2. Inside on the bounce pass, and what an under move. Underneath the basket move, and I don't know how that one went in, to be honest.
I don't know if
Sarge.
Team shooting 70% from the free throw line. Jonathan Beagle, one of those guys who's been struggling. Still one part of his game that he improves. He's going to be really, really explosive. But yeah, you want to be shooting well above 70%, Raj.
Albany in a little man-to-man here. And that is a knockdown 3 by Christian Hinkson. He's been good off the bench here for Coach LaBelle Sanders. And it gives BU Binghamton a 26-23 lead. And they're going to guard Drumgoole. That's Albany's leading scorer with the basketball. He averages 15 a game, but 4 to shoot. Somebody's got to put it up, and Davis, shot clock winding down, puts up a 3. And I don't think that would have counted either, and it was good defense and a tough shot for Davis. And that was a shot clock violation against Albany as Malik Mead off the bench for the Great Danes, and Drumgoole will get abreast here.
Good defense from Christian Hinkson on Gerald Drumgoole that entire possession, really frustrating him, not even really letting him get around screens. jumping the screens. It was frustrating him, not letting the Great Danes leading scorer get a shot off.
Yeah, and we're seeing that with all the teams that Albany's playing now. They're locking down on drum goal. Another inside move by Balogun. This one is no good, and Jackson the rebound up to Patel. .13 to shoot. Ed Mead with it. Guarded by Hareed. Ed Mead lost it, turned it over. And in transition, Hareed up to Petcash, and he is fouled. And will shoot 2 shots. Foul is on Japana Kellogg, who's just checked in, a 6'8 junior from Ames, Iowa. Trying to get back in defense. Got a little bit of body there.
Judging by his reaction, he's thinking he got all ball on that one, but the body was a little bit of a bump. And Petcash is 95% at the free throw line this year, which is pretty unheard of.
2 shots for Petcash. You see Binghamton overall 7-10, Albany 6-14. But the Bearcats with at the moment in first place in the America East Conference. Still relatively early. Balogun comes out of the lineup. Baby girl, due in May.
All
Caitlin,
right.
hopefully she's watching tonight. I want to give her a shout out.
That's right. That's awesome.
Dan is a terrific young coach, bright future in this business, and somebody I lean on every once in a while. I have to lean on some assistant coaches for, good information to help the play-by-play guy out. And
Dan's the guy.
And Dan Modhava Palil, once I could pronounce his name correctly, and I had to ask him before the game tonight, I want to make sure I get this right, Coach.
Yeah.
But no, terrific coaching staff overall for Dwayne Killings at the University of Albany, and Dan is certainly one of them.
Absolutely right about that, Raj.
And these assistant coaches, they all just work so hard. I mean, the effort they put in is just constant. No, they never stop.
Now, look like Bobby Jordan, right, when he was coaching the first few games of the season, and Dan as well.
Well, at some point, Beagle's going to get a shot up there.
That was about 10 seconds.
He was spinning in the lane, and he did eventually get a shot up, and he got fouled and going to shoot 2 shots.
Well, look at this matchup. That's the defense by Balogun, right? He's not going anywhere, and has his arms up, straight up, and then finally Beagle initiates some contact. This is where you want to see from a confidence standpoint both these free throws go in if you're Jonathan Beagle.
Right now, because the Bearcats are a good rebounding team, and field goal percentage is pretty much dead even, Michael.
Yeah, it really is. But how about the Great Danes down at the boards, out rebounding the Bearcats by 10, right? That's a big stat, being able to win that battle on the glass.
It is, and that'll be a message at halftime for Coach Sanders. We got to do a better job.
There's the matchup, right, Raj?
That
Balogun
is the matchup.
with 10, Beagle with 11. Both guys, obviously, and Balogun has yet to go to the free throw line. Beagle has, but he's shooting 57% as opposed to Balogun, a little more efficient, shooting 71%. Good matchup.
It is a good matchup, and I think both teams would make a lot of sense to continue to throw the ball inside, and I think they will in the second half. Balogun, a good move. That one kisses off Glass, and it's over Beagle, and then right back to work. He had like 2 or 3 straight buckets here in that first half, and they are just feeding the ball inside. Again, they're not noted for putting up a lot of threes. They only shoot about 30% from three-point range. So, yeah, do what your strength is, and that's go inside. Ash in the corner, misses the 3. And good hustle on the rebound by Drumgold, and he saves it from going out of bounds, working against Hareed on that defensive rebound. And Jackson, the freshman, played under Brian Fruscio at Albany Academy High School. 6'2" freshman from Amsterdam. They're going to post up Drumgold. Good defense inside again by the Bearcats.
They're frustrating Drumgold. A lot of tough defensive sets and looks. Not allowing him to get really any clean shots.
And And they're going to double down low on Balogun. And he goes up and scores. No foul called at all. No offensive foul called as Beagle hit the floor. But they doubled Balogun in that first possession. And he still was able to score again on the inside to give the Bearcats the 2-point lead.
Up to 12.
We said, what are you going to do in the second half?
Yeah.
Keep feeding the big guy, and that's what they did on the very first possession.
Until you find an answer, if you're Albany, then Binghamton's got no choice but to go down low to Balogun.
Reverse layup by Davis doesn't go. Good move by Daquan Davis on the baseline. Tell you, the Bearcats have been really solid defending the three-point shot here so far tonight. And that's a 15-footer. So he steps out, the 6'10 junior from London, England. Tariq Balogun is having himself an offensive night here.
He's 7 of 9 from the field. Right, he's up to 14 points. Impressive start for Tariq Balogun.
He has scored the first 2 buckets of the second half for Binghamton. They open up a 4-point lead. Try to feed it inside on the left wing by Davis. It's knocked away. And a Great Danes turnover and a quick outlet up to Falco. Right back to Petcash, and the layup is good. And a 6-0 run to start this second half and open up a 6-point lead.
And who else with the defensive play to knock it was Balogun before. And 12 points off turnovers for the Bearcats, Raj, as opposed to 7 for those Great Danes.
And those 12 turnovers are costing this Great Danes team right now. Dwayne Killing gets a timeout here, 17-16 to go. And it's a 6-point game in favor of Binghamton on ESPN+. Juan Davis. And if you get a good look, Dwayne Killings is saying, let it fly.
Let it fly.
Let it
Davis
fly.
can let him fly from anywhere. He's got good perimeter range. Saw that against NJIT, especially in the first half.
That's one thing about Coach DK. He always exudes confidence with his players. Even when somebody is struggling, he's like, keep shooting. Let it go. If you're open, you got a good look. Knock it down. Shot clock at 10. Petcash with the ball. Cross court pass to Falco for 3, and that's good. And so they are very quietly, they're 4 of 7 from 3-point range tonight. That's another key stat. It's not a team that makes and shoots a lot of threes.
Yeah.
But 2 guys, Falco and Petcash, can make them. And Reddish with the answer. Aaron Reddish.
Needed that. And he continues to stroke it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, because Albany's just 2 of 9 from 3-point range, and a turnover on the Bearcats as the end. Wayne Killings tonight. Bench points go to Binghamton, 19-11. Jonathan Beagle leads Albany in scoring. He's got 11, 14 for Balogun. And they're still battling MJ on the inside. You watch them down low.
Oh, yeah. They're banging and bumping.
They sure
they're
are.
Bumping into each other left and right.
And Drumgoole for a 3, a little too strong off the back of that iron. The ball goes out of bounds to the Bearcats. Malik Edmead off the bench. He's missed the last several games because he had a broken finger. Suffered in the loss at Virginia. Albany with a very challenging non-conference schedule. None more challenging than playing at Virginia.
No. Right.
Edmead guarding Petcash. And now a nice backdoor cut and a jam. That's Falco throwing it down. Cut backdoor on Marcus Jackson. And the 6'3 senior from Maryland, who averages 14-3 a game, slammed it home. It's an 8-point game.
Marcus Jackson caught ball watching there. Too easy of a backdoor cut.
Reddish thinking about the 3.
And Petcash didn't move his feet.
15-footer, good by Beagle, right at the foul line. And Beagle with 13 points in the game.
That's starting to become his shot, right? Being able to knock down that 15-footer. It's getting better. The more shots he puts up there, it's going to get better, right? Because teams are going to give him that shot in the zone.
I think that's correct. I think teams are kind of giving him that shot, and he's going to knock it down. Drumgoole will earn himself 2 foul shots.
Tough one here. Good pass again from Ed Mead, the no-looker. Fallon got a little bit of the elbow as he's trying to shake it off right now in front of us. Chance for his 1 for 10 for the game so far, Drumgoole. So chance to make it 4 points. Only has 2 for the game.
Falco, you saw it close up of Falco. He's in double digits now, 2 with 10. So Binghamton, 2 players in doubles. Sarju Patel comes back in the lineup, replacing Marcus Jackson. 1 more for Drumgoole, who has 3 points. Make it 4. 43-39. And Gibson works it across midcourt against Drumgoole, and now Falco has it. Man-to-man defense on this possession by the Great Danes. Balogun a little bit stuck there, and they go inside 10 to shoot.
Good denial from Sarju Patel.
Gibson a pull-up. Gibson was a couple of big shots here in this second half. Miles Gibson is 45-39.
You're right, Raj. Good clutch and mid-range shot late in the shot clock there by Gibson. Veteran of this team, poised and confident when he shoots it. 0 for 4 now for the game for beyond the arc for Drumgoole.
In the second half, field goals, Binghamton at 88%, Albany at 38%.
Great Danes fortunate to be down by 6 with that statistic right there.
Gibson's going to put up another
15
15-footer and score over Drumgoole. So Gibson with the hot hand to start the second half for the Binghamton Bearcats.
At all 6 points for Gibson now coming in the second half right now. 3 of 4.
47-39. Now let's see here what Albany can answer with offensively. And Beagle with a spin in the lane, kicks out to Ed Mead. Runner in the baseline with the shot clock winding down, and a foul is called.
Again, the Great Danes have been outscored 17-9 so far since halftime.
Foul is on Hareed, and it will send Ed Mead to the line. Shot clock winding down, a little runner on the lane, and they call the foul on Hareed, and it will send Ed Mead to the line for 2 shots. Third team foul on Binghamton this half. And before the injury to Ed Mead, he was really providing some offensive spark for the Great Danes and Dwayne Killings. He makes both foul shots. 6-point game.
That Mead is right on Falco.
It's about as close as you can guard somebody right there.
Intense defense from Ed Mead.
Gibson feeling it, wants to try to get another shot off. Ed Mead tries to go for the steal, and they call a foul. Reach-in foul on Ed Mead, trying to pick the pocket of Falco. We got a timeout with a 6-point lead, 47-41. This game was tied at 30 apiece at halftime.
That it was, Raj, and a little 17-11 run for Binghamton since halftime, but Albany hasn't been down by more than 8 during that stretch.
Hareed will inbound. Bearcats ball out of the timeout. 14 points for Balogun and 13 points for Beagle. Those are the top 2 scores. And they go right in to the big man, and he is fouled by Beagle, and Balogun will earn himself 2 foul shots.
It's been a force down low. He's got good footwork, just like Jonathan Beagle. Balogun, he's got the strength. Smart at drawing fouls. This will be, believe it or not, Balogun's first trip to the free throw line.
Well, we were asked to come up with a key to the second half for the Bearcats, and what did we both say? Continue to feed Balogun, and that's what they're doing. $15 points now, and you have one more. And there's the matchup down inside against Jonathan Beagle. They do come down and double with Drumgoole. Balogun's got them both. Back to an 8-point game. Largest lead has been 9 for the Bearcats.
Need something on this possession if you're the Great Danes.
Well, Albany's only scored, 11 points so far here in the second half. Drumgoole for 3, no good. Ed Mead somehow gets the rebound and comes in and scores off the glass with the left hand for Malik Ed Mead, and it's a 6-point game.
What a rebound, what a move for a guy that's 5'10". Can't get over the fact that how high he can jump. Goes up for the rebound and quickly the little kiss off the glass. Big bucket for Ed Mead. Good seeing him back in the lineup along with Reddish.
I tell you what, both teams are playing defense tonight. This is not a high-scoring game by any stretch. A foul by Drumgoole. And back to the line goes Balogun, which he's obviously proven tonight that he can make foul shots.
Yeah, made his first 2. This is a hard foul from Drumgoole. Completely leans his body into Balogun, basically saying, no, sir, you're not going to get an easy basket here. Not on my watch.
That's probably wrong, but that's what it sounds like.
And he continues to make all of his foul shots. And Balogun now with 17 points and perfect from the line. Sarju Patel comes out of the lineup. Daquan Davis comes in. Balogun hits again to make it 51-43. We're coming up on the halfway mark. That's Christian Hinkson, the grad student from Queens, New York, in the lineup, and he replaces Miles Gibson. 10:39 to go. Ed Mead to Davis. And Davis is another one of those players that can shoot the 3. Drumgoole drives inside, goes up for the shot. It's no good, but it goes out of bounds off of the Bearcats. So it'll still be Albany ball with 10 to shoot. Balogun just very active, not only offensively, but you saw how active he is on the defensive end. 5 to shoot. Drumgoole off the back of the iron, high for the rebound. Beagle lost control, but Ed Mead got it, and right back into the hands of the freshman from Hudson Falls. Backing his way in, across the lane with the right hand, a little too strong off the back of the iron. Balogun gets the rebound. Up to Hinkson, the left-hander. Gets it right back as he cuts into the lane and goes up and scores. Christian Hinkson gets an and one opportunity, and that opens up the biggest lead of the game for the Bearcats at 10 points with 9:59 to go.
Yeah, no need for the foul there for Reddish, who completely hacks him from behind. Hinkson and Binghamton now with their largest lead of the game. Chance to extend that to 11 here if Hinkson makes the free throw.
Hinkson with a quiet 7 points off the bench tonight.
Reddish out of the game with 4 fouls.
Marcus Jackson back in. And Hinkson rattles that one home. Balogun comes out, and Eagle has followed up here, and they've got a turnover. And still 6 minutes left in this game.
You're still in it if you're the Great Danes. 12-point lead with 6 minutes left is nothing. Just got to be able to get some stops consistently, right? I think both teams have defended pretty well.
Well, the Bearcats are shooting at a high level.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they're at, 57% from the floor, and they're 50% from deep tonight.
And 92% at the line as well. You're right about that, Raj. Talk about an efficient night in all 3 phases on offense.
Ed Mead uses the ball screen from Beagle. Drumgoole working in the lane. Shot clock at 8. And the jumper was just well defended there. That's good defense by Hinkson on Drumgoole.
Really frustrating him. And a foul on Jackson. Are they going to get him for his 4th, or is that just his 3rd personal? Might be his 3rd.
The foul is on Jackson. I don't know if it's 4. No, Reddish has 4. It's 3 on Jackson.
Yeah. Still got to be careful, though. As now, 1-1 for Binghamton has earned a bonus.
Aaron Reddish is coming back in because, quite frankly, they need his offense right now.
Yep.
Jackson goes out with 3.
If you're Binghamton, I'd be going after Aaron Reddish. Try and get him out of this game because he can really hurt you from beyond the arc.
Hareed at the line. First shot on its way, and no good. Big old crash in the glass, and he got a piece of it, but so did Binghamton. It goes off of Petcash. It'll be Great Danes basketball. Down by 12. These are key offensive possessions here with just 5:31 to go. Beagle right at the foul line, spins in the lane with the right hand and scores again. He's got 17. The freshman from Hudson Falls doing his part offensively, and he gets it to a 10-point game now with still 5 minutes to go.
Now you try and continue to get some stops here if you're the Great Danes.
Biggest lead was 16 here, and it's down to 10 with under 5 to play. Hinkson having a good second half. To Petcash, right back to Hinkson. And he slips driving the baseline and gets called for a travel and a turnover against the Bearcats. And Albany on this possession can get it down to single digits.
That was good defense by Jonathan Beagle. It was clear what the Bearcats were trying to do. Get it down low to the big guy, Balogun, and Beagle wasn't allowing an entry pass and had good position established. So another solid possession for the Great Danes. That's now 3 in a row. Can you keep clawing back and have a shot to answer that to cut this lead to single digits here, Raj?
All man-to-man defense, and that is a drive and an and one by Ed Mead. He went right around Hareed and laid it in off glass. The quickness there of Malik Ed Mead showed up in a big way. Another look, MJ.
Nice first step. That's all he needs. Foul from behind, finds the perfect spot off the glass, and it drops in. Ed Mead. Chance to cut it to 7. And boy, have you felt he and Aaron Reddish's presence tonight for the Great Danes. Much needed. Ed Mead now with 9 on the night. 9 for Reddish, 9 for Ed Mead.
59-52, 4:29 to go. Albany presses, and Ed Mead almost comes up with a steal. Falco for 3, in and out, no good. Hareed, big offensive rebound, has it knocked away, ball loose. Petcash comes up with it, and now 14 to shoot.
You're seeing this game open up now. That ball's been bouncing around.
And Ed Mead with a reach-in foul on Falco. And that'll be the 8th team foul on Albany.
Ed Mead clearly frustrated. He thinks he got ball there. I don't know, that was good defense. He's been all up in Jacob Falco's grill. Not allowing him to go anywhere, which you need to do for a guy like Falco, who's already got 12 tonight.
Hinkson comes out of the lineup for Binghamton, and Miles Gibson is back in. And Falco is at the line, shooting a 1-on-1. 18 fouls on Albany. And Falco good at the charity stripe. And the lead back to 8. 4:07 to go. Falco on the season shooting, or tonight shooting 72%. He's a 72% foul shooter. And 1 for 1 tonight. Second shot by Falco, good. Now the Bearcats with the lead, trying to get stops on the defensive side, and that's what Coach Sanders is yelling. Let's get a stop here. Ed Mead with a runner. A little too strong on the back. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Bearcats. It'll be UAlbany ball when we come back out of the final media timeout of this game. 3:52 to go. Binghamton 61, UAlbany 52 on ESPN+.
The world
61 to 52. 3:52 to go. This was a Binghamton opened up a 16-point game. UAlbany got it down to 7. Still time here, MJ, for the Great Danes.
There absolutely is, and you want to get a quality possession here with 20 on the shot clock. Get this back to closer, maybe decrease this to a 6 or a 7 or 6 point margin here. The Bearcats have been defending well tonight. They have not made the Great Danes been able to really make any threes. I mean, 2 of 17 from beyond the arc. Won't get it done. About 12% that averages out to. Be careful late here. You don't want to force it if you're the Great Danes.
Aaron Reddish will inbound. UAlbany's biggest lead came in the first half at 5 points at 9:55 to go. And then at the 7:08 mark, it was a 16-point Binghamton lead. Reddish gets it in. They throw it out to Ed Mead. 3:47 to play. Ed Mead trying to find a lane, got it to Beagle, and then he tried to get it back to Ed Mead, but shuffled his feet, and that's a Great Danes turnover. They've done a better job in the second half of not turning the ball over, but that's what, 13, MJ?
Yeah, that would be correct, Raj. It'll be number 13. Binghamton has 12.
Yep. And a steal, make that 13, and Drumgoole is going to get called for an offensive foul. UAlbany comes up with a steal, offensive foul on Drumgoole as Miles Gibson takes the charge.
As a major momentum killer if you're the Great Danes. What a steal, looking like a defensive back in football with the interception if your Drumgoole goes up. And
yeah, Gibson
I tell you what, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, it looks like Gibson had pretty good position though. Double team Hareed to Petcash and up to Gibson. And UAlbany with the press here down 61-52. And time certainly a factor now, 3:15 to go. Gibson has had some big buckets in the second half. Feeds it down low. Balogun. And we've got some pushing and shoving going on here, much like we saw a year ago on the road at Binghamton. And teams have to be separated. Dwayne Killings is actually running onto the court and clearing everybody away. And you talk about the intensity of this rivalry, MJ.
You just saw it right there.
And we'll get a replay of what happened here as well.
Well, that was a hard foul by Jonathan Beagle. Balogun established position, and it looks like he almost dragged him back with him. Kind of threw him down. Here's another look, Raj. Balogun's got position right there, and right as he's under the basket, Beagle, it looks like, just literally grabs him and almost throws him down. Then the standing over right there is where the bench and
here comes the official over to tell us. So it's an F1 at the moment. Okay. So right now it's an F1, but that's a bare minimum. So as of right now, minimum 2 shots for Binghamton and the ball out. But they're taking another look.
See about the
extracurriculars.
At the replay. Yeah, see if there's anything else. But boy, yeah, that's well. You weren't lying. I didn't get to experience that last year with you, but now I just got to see a little bit of some pushing and shoving, and the bench is kind of going after it. Yeah, I wonder what happens down the stretch here in the final 3 minutes. Been a physical game, and if you're Beagle, that's kind of a little bit of an inexcusable foul. I know it's a little bit of a frustration foul, but you're giving Binghamton at bare minimum, like the official just told us, Raj, 2 shots of the ball, and they're up 9 with 3 minutes to go. Late in the game, got to control the emotions a little bit better. But Beagle has had himself a nice night.
He's got 17.
Yeah,
and nobody. The next person is Aaron Reddish, who's only played 16 minutes. He's been in foul trouble tonight.
Right.
Reddish has only played 16 minutes, has 9 points. And he's missed the last couple of games.
Lengthy discussion here between the officials.
Now they're calling both head coaches out. Dwayne Killings
Might have an update here.
and Lavelle Sanders. So 15 for U Albany has been ejected. Okay. So Jonathan Beagle, according to the official, just came over, has been thrown out of this game.
Yeah, that's, look, if you're Jonathan Beagle, it's an inexcusable mistake. I mean, that hurts your team with 3 minutes to go when you've been the best player, and you're giving Binghamton an opportunity to extend this lead and put this baby away with 3:05 to go.
Now there was some more, and I was having problems picking up because it's so loud in here. Even with the headsets on, I had trouble hearing the second half of what he was saying. But I think there might be some stuff going on with Binghamton as well after that play was over, when all the pushing and shoving was going on.
Here's another look again.
Jonathan Beagle has been thrown out. Now you think there might also be something going on here with Gibson, number 10, with the push, is what the official was also trying to tell me.
Yeah. The Beagle standing over Balogun while on the ground did not help.
Another look.
Yeah, I mean yeah, right here is not where it's good either. Kind of trying to get out of the way, standing over Balogun for a little bit, and the officials saw enough to warrant an ejection, so no more Beagle.
But Jonathan Beagle has been thrown out. It will be Bearcats' ball. I don't know why they're not shooting the foul shots. They didn't shoot any foul shots.
No.
Nice feed to Gibson, and he gets that shot to get the kind roll around the cylinder and in, and it goes back up to an 11-point lead with 2:45 to go. And an uphill climb here for the Great Danes, down 63 to 52.
And with Beagle out, who is going to stop Balogun defensively for the Great Danes?
Ed Mead follows up his miss, gets it back. Reddish. Patel. Juice drives in. The shot is blocked by Balogun, who's just played a terrific game. Balogun was good right from the get-go tonight. Bearcats can take their time here. Posting up, Gibson turns around over Reddish, shot no good, and Davis up to Ed Mead. And Reddish lets it fly for three. I don't think that one hit the rim.
No, he didn't. Airball missed everything. A rare miss like that from Aaron Reddish.
2 for 18 now? That go 2 to 18?
2 for 18.
2 for 18 from long range tonight for the Great Danes. 1:33 to go. It looks like Binghamton's going to get to 4-1 in the conference. Nice outlet up to Davis, and has his shot blocked from behind. He kind of waited, was trying to get the N1, and it gave Harid enough time to get down the floor and block the shot. And 1:15 to go. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 1:15 remaining. And we'll have the post-game report coming up, which will be the interview with the winning coach. And right now, it certainly looks like it's going to be Lavelle Sanders.
Yep.
As the fans are starting to file out of here at HVCC. Yeah, he was trying to get Harid on his back to get an N1. This game was tied 30-30 at the half.
Binghamton has exploded offensively in the second half. Still shooting above 50% in all three categories, beyond the arc, from the field, and from the free throw line. Great Danes are 12% from beyond the arc.
Dan Petcash will inbound the ball. Ed Mead tries to come up with the steal. And again, if you're Binghamton, you can afford to do exactly what Falco is doing, right? Just working some clock. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bearcats. It'll be U-Albany ball off the miss from Harid. But there's just 54 seconds to go. So Binghamton is going to open up to 4-1. And the win by BU, its first 4-game America East win streak in 13 years. And the 4-1 start in conference play for the first time in 17 years.
They're off to quite the start under Lavelle Sanders.
And it gives BU its second win in the last 3 against the Great Danes. 28 seconds to go. Falco in the lane. And they call a foul on Ed Mead, and Falco will be at the line. He's also in double figures with 12. He came in as their leading scorer, averaging 14. Harid averaging 12, but he's soared above that tonight with 18. The loss will send U-Albany to a 1-5 start in conference play, with a road game at New Hampshire on Wednesday night. Back to see our good friend Bill Harrion and the Wildcats in Durham. We'll have to get there a couple hours before the game, MJ, and we can have a nice long conversation with Coach Harrion.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Those are some of my favorite times,
yeah.
just hanging out in an empty gym a couple of hours before the game.
I haven't met Coach Harrion yet, so I've high praise from you. So
he's one of the best.
Wait. Yeah,
one of the best.
Yeah, he's a great coach, and he's part of the reason New Hampshire's at the top of the America East in the conference standings.
25 seconds ago, we'll talk to Coach Sanders. Coming up is Ed Mead, adds to his point total, and Dwayne Killings calls a timeout, playing this one right down to the closing seconds. Ed Mead with, 8 tonight? You know, and that's the offense that they need him to do, and he's capable of, and until he got injured, he was doing just that. And a long road trip for Vermont, for Binghamton to Maine.
Yeah. And
a quick turnaround for Coach Sanders. I'll ask him about that. I guess they go home tonight, and tomorrow's Friday. The game is Sunday. They leave. They gotta leave on Friday.
Yeah, right.
And here's the next games at New Hampshire for U-Albany on Wednesday night, and then Binghamton at Maine on Sunday, 2 o'clock. Both games on ESPN+. Next broadcast, UNH and U-Albany. Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
U-Albany women.
U-Albany women, and they're 7-0.
Yeah.
They got the win last night at Binghamton, 64-60. 5-second violation is the call, and the ball goes back over to the Great Danes. But with 19 seconds left, probably not going to matter too much. Up by 11. Davis throws it out, and Reddish goes and gets it. A 3 for Reddish is short, and Gibson the rebound, and they can just run out the clock. And this will turn out to be the final score. Final seconds off the clock for a road win for the Bearcats of Binghamton. They're in first place in the America East. They are now 4-1. Their best start in 17 years. 65-54 over U-Albany tonight here at HBCC. And Lavelle Sanders, in his second year, will join us on the postgame before we wrap this thing up on this Thursday night. And we will have to talk to Coach DK after we break off the TV side of things. And we'll get Lavelle Sanders for a few minutes. DK could probably go to do his team. You probably do your team first, Coach. Come back. Thank you. We'll sort out the post game. There's the final stats. And for a Binghamton team that comes in not shooting it great from three, Coach, you did pretty good tonight. 50% from deep, and you did a good job, I thought, guarding the three tonight. For you, Albany, they only shot about 12% from long range. So sometimes defense and rebounding pay off in a big game like this, and you were able to get that done.
Yeah, especially on the road. That was one of the emphasis was we wanted to guard the three-point line. As a team, they were shooting 38%, and we figured if we can limit their three-pointers, we can make it hard for them to score. We knew Beagle was going to be a handful inside, and he got going early in the first half, but I thought overall, we did a really good job defensively. Once we stopped turning the ball over and giving them easy baskets in transition.
Yeah, and you were able to turn them over a lot too, especially in that first half. But they had Beagle going, but you had Balogun going too in the first half, and that was kind of the matchup here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we came out trying to play a little bit smaller than usual, and Beagle was getting off, and so we had to go with Tariq. And he came out, just like last game, came out for us and gave us a lift offensively and defensively because he's a big body. And so, yeah, he's had two really good games for us, and, we got to keep it going. He has to keep it going and not be satisfied now. We always talk about being greedy. So now he has to be greedy and want to do it again on Sunday.
This is a veteran team, which I think you probably as a coach like some experience. And you look at that roster, it's one of the oldest rosters in the country, and they played like it tonight.
Yeah, but I think we're old, but we're still new, right? We're still trying to learn each other. We've had some injuries throughout the year, especially early on. So we're still trying to get lineups, get matchups and stuff right. We're old, but we're new. Even, we got 5 new guys on the team, so they have to understand how we want to do things. And I think it's starting to come along, and we're putting some good things together. And I think it's starting for us in practice.
Some of these guys are playing like you used to play back in the Big East days.
They're not playing that good yet.
You had quite the career, and I'm sure these guys have read your resume a little bit.
Yeah, they always try to get me to go and shoot and all that stuff, but that stuff is finished. I'll leave that to them.
One more question. You got a quick turnaround here. You got a Sunday 2 o'clock game in Maine. What will be the itinerary between now and when you take off for Bangor?
So we're going to go back and stay. We're going to stay in Albany tonight and relax a little bit, get something to eat, and then we'll leave. We'll leave for Maine tomorrow. We'll get a practice in Maine, and then Saturday rest up and have a good practice Saturday and be ready to play on Sunday. And
in this league, even Maine, I know that they were winless in the conference. I think they're a whole lot better. This conference is kind of interesting. Vermont already has a couple of losses, and now how about this? Binghamton in first place at 4-1. I think that's the best start you've had in about 17 years.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling our guys, we can't watch records and look at records because you can get beat by anybody. Maine has played really well. Haven't seen a lot of them, but they're watching their scores, a lot of close games. I think game before tonight, they were, up by 11 at halftime against UMBC. So, we got to go in and be ready for a fight. I mean, it's hard to win on somebody else's floor. And so we got to make sure we're ready and prepared, get guys rested up, and then be ready to go on Sunday.
Coach Sanders, pleasure to meet you, and nice job by your team on the road tonight.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. All right, that's Lavelle Sanders and his team. The Bearcats come on the road and get the victory. And you see that final score for Michael Johnson Jr. I am Roger Weiland. So long from the McDonough Sports Complex on the campus of Hudson Valley Community College, where the final score is Binghamton 65 and UAlbany 54. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.